Hiya folks, another guitars and gear video this evening. This I'm quite excited about because this is a new guitar for me, so I'm still exploring what it can do. New for me, but it is actually second hand. Unusual for me because I don't usually buy second hand. Being a left-hander, they don't always crop up, so this is one of the kind of reasons I bought it actually. It's a Tanglewood Nevada FST32K, so it's a Tanglewood Strat copy. This turned up in a local second-hand store, and it was $47.99. Believe it or not, $47.99. Now, the reason why I bought it was because, well, a Strat is a guitar that I don't have. Obviously, I've got a Les Paul. That doesn't sound like a Strat. I've got an Aria Pro 2, which I haven't done a video on yet, but will do soon. And that's got 2 single coils and an active humbucker in the bridge position. That doesn't sound like a Strat either, but neither does it sound like the Les Paul. It's kind of, even the single coils, they're a bit warmer than a Strat. So I was kind of thinking, I'd love a Strat actually, but I can't afford a full-on Fender Stratocaster at the moment. So I was thinking maybe possibly a Squier, though I've got my eye on a Squier Telecaster. But saw this, saw the make was Tanglewood and thought, well, they make pretty decent acoustics actually. Didn't realise they make electrics, so I thought, well, if they can make electrics as well as they can make acoustics, for $47.99 it's probably a bargain. So I had a quick play of it in the shop. Don't usually get the chance to try before I buy. Was reasonably happy with it. Action felt a bit high, but the guitar looked okay. Didn't get to hear it, but I thought, you know, might have to change the pickups out to get the sound that I want. But at $47.99 it's a bit of a project, and I've been wanting a guitar I can play about with, perhaps learn how to set up a guitar really. I'm still learning that, and well, you know, if I need to adjust the truss rod, that sort of thing, I thought, well, you know, if it all goes horribly wrong for $47.99, I've not really lost a lot of money. So it's come home with me, and you know what, this is amazing. I've spent a bit of time getting the neck right, or right-ish. The action may still be a little bit higher than it should be on a Strat, but it's about where it is on my Aria, I've noticed. But it took a few turns of the truss rod, I'll tell you, to really get it to come down to a kind of a playable height, really. But it's been worth the effort. Intonation on it's super. Frets aren't particularly brilliant, and I think there's 1 or 2 frets that may be a little bit high, and they're stopping me from really getting the string height at the bridge down as low as I'd like to get it. So at some point I might get somebody to have a look at it, but you know, that's going to cost 60, 70, 80 quid, so you know, I don't want to spend a fortune on it. Though I always thought, you know, if these pickups are decent, then I've got a 50 quid worth of pickups, and I tell you what, they are superb. I've discovered that these are Entwistle pickups. Alan Entwistle is a pickup manufacturer of some renown, and I'm pretty sure that these are in here. Every other Tanglewood I've seen a review of from about this time, and newer and older, have all had Entwistle pickups in, and I want you to change these out. These sound exactly as they should. I mean, it's just this kind of neck and middle pickup position, which is the kind of sound that I want, is absolutely spot on, really. You know that sound, it's such a distinctive sound, and obviously I played a bit of Hendrix at the beginning of the video there, and that's the configuration he was famous for using, and it's just authentic for me. You know, absolutely does it. So I'm really over the moon with it. Just a little bit of work on it, and it just sounds superb. It's not a bad sound, overdriven as well. If we get it into the bridge position, and we don't want the volume on full here, let's just hit a bit of distortion. You can even get ACDs out of this without a problem. Absolutely superb. I find if you crank it up too far, it's just a bit harsh, but if you just roll it off a couple of notches, it's a beautiful, beautiful sound when you kind of overdrive it on that bridge pickup. Was not expecting that. I mean, in some respects, shouldn't be surprised because, you know, Richie Blackmore made a Fender Strat rock out with purple. You know, so it does do it. But you know, I didn't expect it to be quite as good as that. Obviously, you know, you got a nice clean sound on that bridge as well. Shadows, Hank Marvin type thing. You may have noticed that I don't really do much with this. This is new to me. This I have a trem system on my eye which I don't use. Obviously a fixed bridge on my Les Paul, so I'm not too sure whether I might yet hardtail this because I don't really tend to use it. I like to get the vibrato in the fingers really. A la Angus Young, etc, etc. That's not something I'm particularly good at, I will admit, still working on that. So yeah, absolutely brilliant. So a lot of bottom end on that bridge pickup. So you really get some good bluesy stuff. You can even overdrive that as well, you get a different sound obviously. In terms of construction, I believe it's a basswood body. It's pretty light. It's a lot lighter than my Les Paul, which means this is probably going to see some action because it's so much easier to handle, really, and it just has the range of sounds that I probably want to use. Maple neck, which is satin, which is nice. You know, it's a modern C-shaped neck. It's certainly not as thick as my 50 Les Paul neck. Rosewood fingerboard. Fretwork, as I say, is a little bit rough. That's where it's a cheap guitar, but it's, you know, that's something that probably be sorted if I really felt so inclined. The hardware on it, these are not bad at all actually. The machine heads, there is a tendency on cheap guitars for those to be really horrible, but they're not too bad. Quite impressed with that. Some of this looks like it could do to be changed out a bit, some of it's rusted a bit. I don't know who's had this before, I don't know the history of it, I don't know whether it's been used and abused. There's a few dings, there's one here, but nothing major, nothing that really spoils it or stops it from working. So anyway, thanks for that. Thanks for watching the video. Hope you've enjoyed seeing this, and this might appear in other videos in the future because this is probably the one I'll play quite a bit. just because it's you know, it's really nice and it sounds great and it's very versatile and does a lot of stuff. So thanks for watching.